Welcome back to Up North at 4, and joining us now it is Zach Hext, owner of Magic Man Games and also part of the Downtown Rhinelander Incorporated Committee, I guess if you want to call it that. We're getting ready to get a little bit ridiculous.
Yes.
Or a lot. Or a lot of it ridiculous.
I hope it's a lot. I mean, that's part of the fun of it, you know.
Of course. Redikulus Day, this massive annual event is right around the corner, coming up on Wednesday, because it's always the first Wednesday of every August, correct?
Currently it is, yes. It didn't always used to be that, but that's kind of what it's ended up on in the more recent, because I mean, it's the 65th annual, so this has been going forever.
All right.
And yeah, it ended up being, you know, kind of the first Wednesday of the month is what it's been.
I love it.
I was shopping downtown Saturday, and the stores are already getting ready.
Oh, yeah.
For those who don't know, what is Redikulus Day?
Yeah, so Redikulus Day it's an annual street fair, street sale. Basically, we block off the downtown, and everybody comes out of the street with their businesses, all their stuffs. There's a bunch of vendors that come down and get involved with it. So a lot of cool stuff that's downtown and happening that for of course, sales. That's the whole idea of it, ridiculous sales. But then, you know, a little bit of a street fair too, so there's some activities and things going on. This year we have, we've got a photographer that's in the downtown from Inspired Digital, and they're going to be doing Get Your Picture Taken with the Hodag. I know Tom's Drawing Board is going to be doing some face painting stuff, so there's a bunch of cool stuff happening besides just the fantastic, you know, sales and bargains and things going downtown as well.
I remember when I moved up here a little over 3 years ago, and the first summer I was up here, people were talking about Redikulus Day, and I remember at the time thinking, what are you guys talking about? Redikulus Day? Like,
why is it called this?
Pardon the pun, but like, what a ridiculous name for an event. But this has a super long history. 65th annual, I believe you said?
It's got a super rich history for Rhinelander. Like, this is like our thing. You know, it originally started out, you know, way back when. A lot of the businesses would dress up in silly costumes and funny hats, and that was their whole thing. They were trying to do like a blowout sale. And eventually they just kind of banded together and turned it into like a street fair event, and they had all kinds of stuff where people would dress up as like clown costumes. They had stages where they would do entertainment, and it just ballooned out into this whole thing. And it got its name because it's just meant to be a silly, ridiculous day with ridiculous sales and have a ridiculous time.
And what I can attest to is that the sales are ridiculous. You can really get a bargain at all the stores downtown. And on top of that is the personality you're talking about, right? People just get a little nutso at this thing. They just get a little nutso, they dress up and do weird things within the law.
Of course.
You know?
Well,
there's no rules.
Well, that was I mentioned this beforehand in doing some of my research for some of the history on it, because we're trying to, of course, 65th anniversary, so we're trying to like show some of the history of it. I had done some research, and like the first thing that came up was talking about the initial Redikulus Day, where they flew a plane over the top of the Rhinelander area and threw out 10,000 leaflets to promote the event. And I'm like, okay, this is just, what is this? This is silly. Of course, you can't do that now. I mean, you can't really do it back then either. But
like, well, excuse me.
But like that was the type of stuff that they did. There was like cannons that went off to signify the star. They had like fireworks displays. Like, this is a thing. And it, you know, it's, to me, it's kind of cool to see some of that history in the Rhinelander area and the community, and make sure to help, you know, keep it alive and keep the spirit going.
Definitely. And we have, you sent me some old photographs of Redikulus Day from way back in yesterday.
So is that downtown?
That's downtown. That is the intersection of Brown and Davenport. From, I believe it's 1974 is the date that I had on the article. And just, it's like, that is just amazing. And then this one I think that you're showing here is one of like the full page ad spreads from like way back when. It's just, it's weird and amazing to see some of this stuff and the history of this event.
I love it so much. And like you had mentioned before, you know, when I had first moved here, I didn't realize this is something that had gone back for so long, and of course you as part of Downtown Rhineland, you're trying to build this into something even bigger instead of just a one-day event. And we're up against the clock here, so we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about some of these ideas to kind of spice up Redikulus Day here. All right.
So we're going to kick it up a notch.
We're going to kick it up several notches. We'll be right back, though, and Up North at 4, so stick right with us. Welcome back to Up North at 4. We are joined by Zach Hext, owner of Magic Man Games, member of Downtown Rhinelander, as we get ready for Redikulus Day coming up on Wednesday. And we just discussed this event has a long history, 65 years of this event going on.
65.
I know.
That's right. Like, I couldn't believe it when I was doing it too. It was like, really? Yeah, fantastic.
It blows my mind. So I think the cool thing though, Zach, that you mentioned, you're doing something new. I'll say quote unquote new this year, but it's sort of a homage.
Yeah, it's kind of an homage to the past. So one of the things that they did in some of the earliest Redikulus days, they had wooden nickels that they gave out or promoted, and the idea was that they were a nickel towards some of the businesses or vendors or things after. And of course, that's a lot back then.
Right.
But so we're trying to kind of bring some of that history back and do kind of like a little bit of an homage to that. So we had some wooden nickels made up, which they're these little fantastic little things. A local artist did some of the art for it for the Hodag and did a fantastic job. But yeah, so we'll be doing these, but a little different. We're going to be selling them for $5, but it comes with a raffle ticket to get entered to win 500 downtown bucks. Ooh. So it's a cool little raffle that goes along with it. You get the commemorative little wooden coin. And we're hoping to make this kind of an annual thing. But also then the back of the ticket, so the tickets that come with it, the back will have even more like ridiculous savings, as I like to continue to push it because it's fantastic. But a bunch of the businesses downtown are doing some extra little stuff. So this kind of functions like a coupon card where you can go after for the couple weeks afterwards and still, redeem some of those savings. And some of these are actually really, really good. I know Mills is doing like $10 off of a $30 purchase, which is fantastic.
That's good.
I know they've got some exclusions and stuff, but like that's worth it right there if you're going to get some of that stuff. So, it's cool to be able to get some of these little things and
trinkets.
Yeah, there seems to be this long history of marketing this in kind of goofy ways, right? And now you're heading that up. Do you feel that pressure to be goofy and just kind of out there with your ideas?
I wanted to do it again this year, but we just it was a little timing wise. We were trying to get everybody, because some of the stuff that did is dressed up in funny costumes, and so we had some things that I was like, I want to get everybody that's down there to put on a silly hat or dress up in a costume or something. So I think we're going to try next year to do like a costume contest for a silly hat. Yeah. But and I encourage everybody that's down there, if you guys want to, with the spirit of the event, dress up, put on something. I know I'm going to try to do something while I'm out there. But it'll be.
What are we thinking this year?
Oh, you'll have to come down there to find out.
It's kind of like Halloween in August.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, it's like Halloween and Black Friday and a block party.
Yeah.
It's like this crazy mismatch of all these different things.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I'm going to keep.
It works. That word works.
It does, and that is the beauty of this, event that is just kind of, Rhinelander's hidden gem of an event. That I love it. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
And part of what you do with Downtown Rhinelander is obviously, we're supporting and promoting these local businesses. Obviously, Redikulus Day is a part of that, but this is growing into something where it's not just one event or one week-long series of sales. This is part of like this annual calendar of events and sales. Just tell us a little bit about what you folks are doing with Downtown Rhinelander.
So Downtown Rhinelander Incorporated, and the general idea is they're there to kind of support the downtown and the community, get the businesses together, but also help put on some of the events. So a lot of the downtown events that you'll see, DRI's kind of got their hand in. So the downtown trick-or-treating, Taste of Chocolate, the holiday open house. I know upcoming you got Chalk Fest and the Duck Dash. That's kind of a newer thing that we're doing, which is a lot of fun as well. 4th of July Parade, we also have our hand in as well. So it's any of those downtown events, most of them, somebody from DRI somewhere is kind of involved in.
You keep things fun, and you can tell your personality is kind of wrapped up in this. Again, it's Downtown Rhinelander. Starts this weekend.
Starts Wednesday.
And a couple of them run into the weekend.
Some of them, some things will run a little bit later. And I know other businesses, even outside the downtown, are running week-long stuff too. But the event itself, Wednesday, August 2nd, starts at 8 a.m. and goes till 4 p.m.
Awesome. Love it. Zach, stay ridiculous.
Yes,
keep doing
thank you.
We're going to take a break on Up North at 4. Stick with us.